Hi guys, welcome to a new video. We're gonna film a little get ready with me video today. I'm going to a wedding this afternoon / evening, so I'm gonna be doing more of like a full glam look, so I thought it would be fun to film for you guys. I spent the last 5 minutes looking around for a hair clip to tie my hair back, and I can't find anything. So I did find these, and I'm wondering if these will work. They do, they're perfect. So just, you know, go along with it. And I'm just gonna start. So I'm gonna start with my skincare. I just got out of the shower and cleansed my face, shaved my legs, put on my body lotion, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go on with my skincare for my face. I'm gonna start with my True Spot Saver. Used a pretty good amount of this so far. I do feel like it does make my skin a little bit more moisturized. I don't know if that's just because it is helping the rest of my skincare ingredients absorb, but I've been enjoying using it for sure. And then I've been running out of my CEO serum for so long now. I've just been using a Q-tip and like getting whatever I can out of it. I've actually gotten so much product out of it by using it this way. I've ordered a new serum. I'm gonna try a different one, but I'm just waiting for it to come in. So in the meantime, get as much of this out of here as possible. We're pretty much down to the bare bones. And then some Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream to top that all off. So the wedding we're going to today is for one of Will's childhood friends. They grew up on the same street together. I have actually only met him once. He came out to visit Will in Vancouver when Will and I were still living in Vancouver, which was like over 10 years ago. I am gonna use another primer. I'm gonna use the Auric Glow Lust just a little bit on the high points of my face so we can get some extra glow coming through. So when I'm looking for a more flawless finish to my complexion and I want something that's gonna be very long wearing, which I do want today because we're going to the ceremony, which starts at 3, and then I think the reception starts at 5. So it's gonna be a really long day. It's all very far away as well, so we need to leave pretty early. But anyways, for this type of look, I always use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It is so long wearing and so full coverage. So like one pump is usually more than enough. And I do like to blend it in with my Beauty Blender. I'm not sure how this color is gonna be at the moment. Could be pretty perfect actually. Okay, and then with whatever's left on my sponge, I'm just gonna take that and run it over my eyelid area here because I got my brows waxed yesterday and there's a little bit of redness and like some irritation from that. So I just wanna kind of try and cover that up a bit. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. Oh, I wanted to color correct, damn it. I've been forgetting about my Becca color corrector recently. It's okay. So I'm gonna use this underneath my eyes and then on top of any discoloration, blemishes, anything that's kind of poking through that foundation. I do want quite a flawless finish to my makeup today. And then again, I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in with my Beauty Blender, bringing it up onto the eyelid, right underneath the brow. And then we need to set, and it is so hot out there, you guys, so I want to give my base a really, really good set. So I'm gonna actually use loose powder to do this today. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So I've got some in the cap here, and then I'm just gonna stick my sponge right in there and then go right in. And I'm almost baking with this, but I'm really just pressing the product into the skin. I'm not leaving it kind of sitting on top like you would when you were baking. Really just pressing that right into the makeup. And then I'm gonna do the same with that right here in the center of my face. On my nose, because my nose is always the sweatiest part of me. Here in my smile lines, because this foundation sinks into my smile lines pretty badly, so we wanna try and negate that as much as possible. And then I do wanna use powder on the rest of my face as well. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder here in shade number 2, just in a little pan. And I'm gonna use that and kind of dust it over all the parts of my face that didn't get any powder so far. Okay, so we're pretty well set in. I'm gonna move over to the eyes now and we'll do some shadow. So I'm gonna actually start, of course, with my eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Rare Beauty one at the moment. So I'm gonna wash this all over my lids. I'm gonna be wearing kind of a purpley reddy dress. I went to another wedding this year and I wore a dress in a really similar color, but this is actually a different dress that I just have in the same color. It's like that kind of purpley, almost like oxblood color that really like had us by our throats for a few years there in like 2015, 2016. It is an older dress. I don't really like to buy like a new dress for every formal occasion that I go to. Like I do obviously love the idea of that like in principle, but in practice, and I guess also in principle, like it's kind of weird that we will spend so much money for outfits that we only wear like once or twice or, you know, a few times a year or whatever. I will say like I have bought a few outfits for my friend's wedding who's getting married in Italy and things like that, but because of that I didn't want to just buy a new dress for every other wedding that we're going to this year. So we're reusing, we're re-wearing, and I kind of love that. Like I love getting more use out of my like older clothes, you know? All right, so for my shadow today, because I'm wearing more of that purpley dress, I am gonna do a purple eye look. I did a purple eye look for the last wedding that I was going to as well, but it's so flattering on me. It makes my eyes look so green, and then I love to do like the monochrome with the outfit. So I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Retro palette. You can see it has all those really nice kind of purpley toned shades. I think I'm gonna do cool toned jewelry as well because I got that new jewelry from Arsis and I want to wear that matching ring and bracelet that I showed you guys in the haul a couple of weeks ago. So I'm thinking we'll play with like purple and silver today. So you know what? I'm actually gonna start with this Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleon. It is a eyeshadow pencil and this is in the color Mesmerizing Mink, which was a limited edition one. And I'm just gonna apply that right to the very center of my lid. I think we're gonna go more of a halo eye today. Thinking like the silver tone on the center and then the purple in the inner and outer. I'm just gonna kind of roughly scribble that on and then buff it out a bit with my fingers. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's just gonna act as a base. And then I'm gonna go into this palette here and I'm gonna take the color Jade right in the middle here, which is a nice kind of taupey silvery color. And now that I've got that on my finger, I might as well just go right in with my finger. I'm being careful to really press the product in because I don't want to get fallout since I've done my concealer first, and Natasha Denona palettes can be pretty bad for fallout, although these ones actually aren't as bad as some of her other formulations. I love using those Color Chameleons as bases. They really make the shadows that you put on top of them just pop. And then I want to get something in the crease of my eye, so I need something kind of neutral. So I'm gonna go Nude Mauve. It's really the only kind of transition shade in here, but it really just would work for any look that you wanted to do here, so I can see why they did that. And I'm gonna add this into my crease all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. Ideally, I would be doing a soft, like daytime glam right now because we're going to a church ceremony first. And then I could wear like a nice like summery dress and just do like a little more casual and like soft and pretty. But everything is so far away. The church and the venue are quite far, like way, way far in the East End. So we are actually going to go over to the groom's house and meet up with him and then go all over to the church all together with him and his family and his best man and stuff. And then we're going to go from the church back to his parents' house and they're going to go to the venue and take pictures. And then we're going to take a party bus from his parents' house to the venue. So I need to have my makeup like evening appropriate as well. So I guess I could have chosen to do like the soft pretty glam for both, but you guys know me. So you can see how I'm kind of like winging that out on the outer edge here because I want that like really soft pulled out look here. Okay, and then I think I am just going to take a little bit of that too while we're here and just run it on the lower lash line. And connect it up here with that guy there. And then now we need something to add the corners of our halo. So I'm thinking there's some tones in here that are a little more red and then a little more purple. I'm thinking to stick to more of the purple tones. I'm gonna start with Groove here. It's a matte shade. And we're gonna add a little bit to the outer corner and to the inner corner. As soon as I put that color on, my eye just looks so green. All right, so I'm just tapping that on and getting the pigment where I want it. And then I have this tiny little blender brush here. This is a MAC. I don't even know what number it is, but it's a super popular little blender brush from MAC. And I'm just gonna use that to really softly buff out the edges. And then I'm also gonna bring that kind of up into the crease and all the way across and connect the front bit with the back bit. Can use it to kind of mix together the silver and the purple shades as well. I find that when I'm filming these videos, I tend to rush because I'm thinking more about the filming part than the actual getting ready part, which is why I haven't really been filming get ready with me videos recently, because it kind of took the fun out of the getting ready for me in a way. So I'm trying to just take my time today and just take the time that I normally would and just kind of bring you guys along for the ride rather than trying to make my getting ready about the video. Okay, I love that. I'm feeling like I need a little bit more purple over here to even it out. I love that. It looks so good so far. Okay, great. Now, we all know we need a little glitter. So what I'm gonna do is go into my Charlotte Tilbury quad here. So this is the Rock Chick quad, one of my favorites for kind of a smoky look. I would do a really similar look with this palette actually quite often when I was working for CT. But what I'm gonna do is just stick my finger in the pop shade here, which is kind of a glittery shade, and I'm gonna stick that right in the center, right on top of the silver that we've got down. And during the day, you're not gonna see this sparkle too much, but at night, once the lights get dim, it's really just gonna sparkle and shine and look so good. These pop shades are everything for a softly lit moment. And then it does kind of cover up the purple a bit. So just going back in with the same brush I was using before with no additional product, just to intensify the color of that a bit again. You guys can definitely hear Will typing in the background, but that's the thing about my get ready with me videos, is they're just me like really actually getting ready. So normally when I'm filming videos, it's like quiet on the set. Will switches out his keyboard. He's like so quiet, but we're just actually getting ready today. So he's doing his own thing out there. Okay, I'm obsessed. I would love to do some black gel liner, but I don't have one. I had bought myself one and then I think I might have thrown it out by accident because it never made it from like the plastic shopping bag into my makeup collection. I have brown and then I have pencils, which actually I do have this gray pencil. So maybe I'll use this and kind of smudge it out and do more of a smoky liner. I think that would be really pretty. Oh, I got excited. Before I do that, I am gonna add a little bit of purple to the lower lash line as well. So back into Groove here on this smaller blender brush that I was using. I'm gonna add that on the bottom here, I think just to the outer corner, connecting it with the top. And I did end up with a tiny bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna take my powder brush and wipe it away. Luckily my whole face is set, so it makes it a lot easier to wipe your fallout away. Oh, got a bit on my nose. Back to the gray pencil. This is a MAC eyeliner in the color Phone Number. And I'm just going to smudge it into my lash line. I'm not really worrying about getting a straight line or anything. And then I'm gonna use my little flat definer brush and use that to smudge it. And then I'm gonna try, I haven't done this with this pencil before, I don't think, just go right into the kohl. Usually you need a bit of a creamier pencil for this. I think this might just work though. And then I'm gonna use that to wing out the liner a bit. And then repeat over here. When I use this brush to do my winged liner, my liner always ends up going more straight out this way instead of like up this way, like when I use my little angle brush. and I don't mind it. I do prefer it like more angled upwards, but this is fine too. And then I would love to add that into the lower lash line and like really smoke it out as well, but that's feeling just a little too nighttime for me. So instead, I'm gonna take this nude eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the color Eye Cheat, and I'm gonna use this in my waterline instead, just to kind of add a little bit of freshness to the look and hopefully make it a tad bit more daytime appropriate. So we need a little bit of mascara on the lashes. I'm gonna use the Merit tubing mascara because of how long wear it is, and I'm gonna put false lashes on anyways, so it doesn't need to be looking its absolute best. I was debating with myself about washing my hair this morning. I got it done on Tuesday evening and today's Friday, so it was almost like it could use a wash and a refresh, but also it's still like in its blown out beauty. I kind of debated with myself whether I should wash my hair or not today, and I ended up obviously not doing it. Hopefully it doesn't look too greasy. Maybe I'll add a little bit of dry shampoo. I barely ever use dry shampoo, but today might be a good day for it. Foundation's already starting to crease in my style line so bad. It's just something I feel like I have to accept if I want to wear this foundation. I hate it though. I might end up bringing a Q-tip with me for later in the day for when they get really bad, and then what I do is I literally just remove the foundation from my smile lines, and there's a little bit of discoloration between like my skin and the foundation, but then at least it's not foundation just like piling in there. I'll add that to my little pile of stuff to take with me. Okay, so I want to throw on some lashes. I don't want anything too obnoxiously like large and in charge, because it's not my wedding. So I'm gonna try out these, they say GRBT, Green Room Beauty Tools. I picked these up on Blur Makeup Room when I was ordering some Cinema Secrets for my kit. I always like trying new lash styles, so I thought I would give these ones a go because they have the clear band, and then if they're available on Blur, that means I can get a discount on them. They definitely need a trim, and they're so straight. Like, I don't like it when they don't come kind of bent like this. I guess that's better for other eye shapes, but not for me. So that's a little hack that I do. People always notice it when I'm working. I always kind of just fold the lash around my finger like that while I'm doing the measuring and stuff. It kind of gives it a little bit more bend to the band. So I'm gonna trim these and then apply them, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm definitely not the biggest fan of these. For me, they're too long and they're all like too uniform in length. I prefer something a little more wispy and messy, but you know, they're fine for right now. I just wouldn't buy them again. I also feel like they really need a curl, so I am gonna go in and curl them, but I wanna wait for the glue to dry down before I do that. So I'm just gonna leave them for now and we'll move on. So let's go back to the face. I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring. So I have the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palette here, and I'm gonna use a little powder and sculpt brush, also from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna go back and forth between these two shades and do a little soft sculpt. Funny word. So I'm holding my brush, you can see, pretty far down the handle, and we're doing really soft circular motions, building the product up slowly. You can kind of go back and forth a bit if you want more of that harsh line. If you want a more blended contoured look, which I feel like most people are looking for these days, circular motions is the way to go. I'm gonna add a little bit of that to the sides of my nose. Ooh, it's so pigmented. A little bit under my lip, and then under my jaw as well. Ooh, I feel like I didn't blend out my foundation on my neck properly. Ah, it looks so bad. Why don't you guys tell me? And then to bronze, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. I am using powder products because cream just doesn't last as long, and because I've set my entire face with a ton of powder, creams just are gonna have a little bit more of a difficult time applying over top of that. So powder is the way to go. For blush, I'm thinking Love is the Drug, which is this guy right here. It's quite a bright pink. I want to try and keep it a little further back on my cheek nice and high as well. I'm gonna blend it in with that bronzer a bit. And then for highlight, I'm gonna use my favorite. This is the old Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. I'm using this gold color here. And I'm gonna add that tops of my cheekbone, right to the inner corner of my eye as well. I feel like my skin is looking so dry. It's because I'm just not used to matte skin, because you guys know I'm always going for like that ultimate glow, but I really had to like mattify it to get the long wear out of it, you know? So I'm just looking at it like, oh, it looks so dry, but setting spray should help with that in a minute here. Thinking about doing a brow highlight as well, but I might just leave it. I do need to fill in my brows though, so let's do that. I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil here, and I'm gonna use this just to extend the tail of this brow a touch, because this one's just a little bit longer over here. So I want this to kind of match. I might just add a line over here too, just so it looks the same. Okay. Then I'm going to do what I always do. So I'm gonna go in with the ABH Brow Freeze first. This Merit Tinted Brow Gel is definitely like almost out of product. I've ordered a new brow gel. I ended up going for Glossier this time, but it's taking forever to come. I'm just going in with the ABH and then the Merit. And we'll do a few coats of this because of how little product is left in the container. We're almost done. I just need to do lipstick, which I'll do after I brush my teeth. So then I guess the last thing I need to do is just try to curl these lashes. Wish me luck. I feel like they're barely even on there to begin with, and this is not ideal. Okay, step one. And step two. Okay, they're a bit more lifted. I still don't really like the way they look though. And I do feel like you can see the lash band pretty badly. So I'm gonna try and cover it up with a bit more eyeliner. Like you can just really see where the lash ends because it's so long on this inner corner. It's really obvious. I really don't like them. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do my hair. I'm gonna get changed, put on all my jewelry and everything, and then I'll come back to show you the finished look. Okay, so I didn't even do anything to my hair. I just brushed it. I didn't use dry shampoo or anything in it. I feel like it looks perfectly clean and like perfectly fine. So yeah, I just ran a brush through it and I feel like I'm gonna go with the just like blowout look. I've got a hair tie with me. I can like put it back in a little low bun or something later if it's too hot, but I feel like this is good for now. So I just wanna go through my jewelry with you. Also, you can see like the color of my dress here and like the cut of it. I'll post some pictures of Will and I at the actual wedding so you can see how it looks like full on. Let's do jewelry. So I'm wearing a lot of gifts from Will at the moment. So I have these little diamond studs, which were a gift from Will. These little silver hoops, which were a gift from Will literally maybe 10 years ago, like so long ago. I threw on my Arsis jewelry that I'm in love with, so the little matching ring and bracelet. And then this is another little gift from Will, a tennis bracelet that I got, I don't even know, again like 10 years ago or something. I left all my same chains that I always wear, so this was one that my mom gave me, and then this is a little Missouri from my friends. I'm always mixing metals with my jewelry. I feel like, I don't know, I just always do that. So we've got some gold, some silver, and yeah, this is pretty much the finished look. I'm gonna do a little bit of lipstick. So I'm gonna throw on some lip liner to start. I'm gonna do Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, I totally forgot to put sunscreen on. Fuck, damn it. I'm so bad at that. I did remember my Thigh Rescue though. So I've used this a couple times since I bought it in the States a few weeks ago, if you guys saw that video, and it works so good. This is a heaven sent product. Just lather it between my legs and like chafing is completely gone. It feels a little like slimy at first, but you get used to it and then you're just like relieved to have that feeling and not like a rubbing feeling, you know? So this is awesome. I love this. I'm gonna link everything that I used and talked about today in the description box down below if you guys want to check anything out. But let's finish these lips. This is kind of my go-to special event lipstick. You can see I've almost used it all up. This is Penelope Pink from Charlotte Tilbury. The perfect peachy, pinky nude. And that's it, you guys. Here is the finished look. And we're good, we're ready to go. Will's waiting for me. It's time to head out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me today. Leave it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. We do lots of get ready with me videos here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.